So what are 4 things that every independent artist should be doing when they first start off? I'm going to be breaking down 4 very important tips right after this intro. I'm your boy Blade. This is Rich and Royale Entertainment, and I'm about to help y'all get better as artists.
I gotta grind, ain't no stopping till I'm on top. Because a youngin' like the boss with these gym socks. And I done came a long way, I used to serve rocks. We had it booming like some thunder, shook the whole block. I stand up like a grown man, I'm on my own.
So what's up, y'all? It's your boy It's Blade, and today we're gonna be talking about 4 tips that every artist should be doing once they start their career off. So the first tip is to constantly be working on your craft. You want to constantly be working on your craft because the more you do it, the better you get at it. You build competence. Once you become competent, you can become confident. Because the more you do something, the better you get at it, the easier it gets for you, and you just deliver it confidently. And that makes you look more presentable. It makes you look more professional once you are amongst the crowd. Successful artists, they're working on their craft every single day. Every single day. That's how those people that are successful, that's how they become successful, because they made a commitment to working on their craft day in and day out. Because people know when you working and when you ain't working. People can tell when you working. So, and the more you practice and the more competent you get, you become more well-rounded as an artist. So once you master a certain part of your craft, then you can move on to something else. So like, once you master how you come into your verse, then you can start working on something else, like making catchy hooks. Once you perfect songwriting, then you can work on something like making your own beats, because it gives it all your feel. So moving on, number 3. Once you starting off your career, you should be putting your music on all music platforms. This is something that also is going to make you look more professional. Imagine being somewhere and you're talking to artists, and you know, some artists, you might like them. You might be like, this guy got everything that it takes. But once you talking to him, do you have any music on Spotify? Do you have any music on Apple Music? No. Do you have any music on YouTube? You got any videos? They don't have anything to show you. It makes him look bad as a person. Well, it makes him look bad as an artist, not as a person. It makes him look bad as an artist if you ain't got nothing out there. And also, putting your stuff out there on those music platforms gives you availability. Because if you put your music on social media and people see it, first thing they're going to try to do is they're going to try to go find it. And if I'm looking for you on Spotify and I can't find you on Spotify, I'm not about to sit there and just continue to try to find you. I'm going to go to the next artist who got their music on Spotify and it's easy to find. So, yeah. And also, by having it on all those platforms, you have a better chance of reaching more people. Like, Spotify is the biggest music platform there is. And next up is Apple Music. So yeah, when you become very serious about your craft, make sure that you are working on your craft. Make sure that you got your music on available platforms such as Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube Music, Amazon. They'll even Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all that. You can have your music played in people's backgrounds and reach a lot of people by using distribution services like DistroKid, TuneCore, CD Baby. Okay, so tip number 2. Shoot music videos. And why do I say this? I say this because people are more likely to listen to something if it got a visual representation versus just sitting and listening to an audio clip. You can look at YouTube, and an artist can post, he can post the audio track, he can post a lyric video, and then he can post a music video. The music video gonna have more views than everything because it gives the listener more. It give them more to just more to see, more to consume. It just keeps them entertained because people have short attention spans. So it's just, the music video just gives you a better representation. It also makes you look professional and like you're serious about what you're doing. And if you got a good quality video and good quality music, you can get a lot of views. Because I remember when I made my first video, and I'm talking about I went from getting, because I was posting audio tracks, I went from getting from 200 to 500 views on that, and my first video got like over 5K, like on Facebook. My first video got like over 5K. So yeah, that's tip number 2. Make sure you're shooting music videos. And then number 1, and I feel like the most important tip is networking. If you don't know what networking is, it's just getting out to music events and talking to people, building relationships. And don't be scared to. And also when you're networking, the first 3 tips, checking those check boxes just makes you look better once you go to network. Because when you're networking, that's how you get your features. That's how you get opportunities to be on radio, opportunities to be on TV. You meet so many different people at music events. It's ridiculous. You'll meet once you're at one music event, it's gonna be somebody there who know of another music event that's happening the next week or the next day. You just got to get out there and talk to people, because it's not at all about what you know, how good you are. It's all about who you know. You can be networking and meet that one person that's going to just take your career to a whole nother level. And also, when you're talking to other artists, it's like, because when I started making music, I just realized that you start off, you don't know anything, and it's like the whole journey, you just constantly learning. And then you meet other people who have done the same thing. Other people have been doing the same thing. They've been learning, trying to make it, trying to learn as much as they can. So once you talking to another person and then y'all bouncing ideas off each other, y'all learning together. And then you might have some knowledge that you can show me, and I might have some knowledge that I can show you. So I mean, networking is the number 1 thing that you can do as an artist. Is network. So yeah, let me tell y'all about a time where I networked. So when I was just making music, when I first started recording my music, I was at a barbershop. I was at a barbershop in Florence called the Nubian Brothers, and once this man named Twan, once he heard my music, he was like, man, you should check out this lady I know named Miss Classy. He was like, she having an event at what was the name of that place? Anyway, he gave me the flyer. He gave me a flyer, and he told me just go to the event and talk to her. So I went to the event. Of course, nobody there knew me. Miss Classy didn't know me. So that was the first interaction with Miss Classy. So I just walked up on her. I was like, I'm so I'm Miss Blade, and somebody told me about you and told me to come here. And she was just like, she just brushed me off, and she was like, hit me up on Facebook at this right here, and I'll get with you. So while I was there, I felt left out. I was thinking I was just gonna go there and just like be able to get on stage and perform, but nah, it wasn't like that. Once I left, I found her on Facebook and hit her up. Since then, I've been to multiple events, and now I've networked with her so much to where she knows me on a personal level. And it's like when I show up to her shows now, I could tell she really fuck with me. She really do fuck with me. And another thing I want to talk about with networking is a couple days ago I had just got put on a playlist called Caviar Music. So ever since I got put on that playlist, I was very happy. So I went back on Twitter one day, like a couple days later, and the person was just like, I'm done with playlisting because people are ungrateful. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ain't really pushing to help me get my streams up and all this stuff. And I just commented, I was like, bro, I really appreciate being put on this playlist, and I am every day posting this playlist on all my social medias, trying to help it get views and streams and stuff. And then he responded, and then he was like, man, I greatly appreciate your efforts. And then a couple minutes later, it was another post, and he was like, I decided I'm gonna keep the monthly editions because that's what playlist I was on. I was on the Caviar Music January edition. And he was like, I decided I'm gonna continue to do the monthly editions because people really are appreciating these opportunities, and I realized that. But yeah, networking is pretty important. I got producers on my phone right now hitting me up, producers, labels, other artists, and everything, because they seeing my music on Spotify. That's another thing. When you networking, like your social media pages and your music platform pages should be set up to where people can contact you. If they can't contact you, you can't network. You gotta have whenever you set up your Spotify, Apple Music stuff, you gotta download the Spotify for artists, the Apple Music for artists, and you gotta have you should have your IG on there. You should have your Facebook on there. You should have your Twitter on there. You should have your email address on there. Phone number, if you want to. I don't have my phone number out there because I ain't want just anybody to be able to get in touch with me. Once you hit me up via email or social media, then we can exchange numbers. And yeah. So like I said, those 4 tips were: 4, constantly be working on your music. Constantly be working on your craft. 3, make sure that you got your music on all major music platforms. All major music platforms. If you don't, look up DistroKid, look up TuneCore, look up CD Baby. Yeah. And number 2, shoot music videos. Number 1, networking. The first 3 tips, if you get those in line, it'll make you look better once you network. That's all I got for y'all. I'm S Blade. I'm saluting y'all out.